Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Jared, and today we are going to be talking about the 30th Disney theatrically released animated film, Beauty and the Beast. Initially released in 1991 and directed by Gary Trousdale and Kirk Wise, Beauty and the Beast is synonymous with being one of the greatest animated films of all time and being the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture. And after this recent rewatch, I can definitely say that it is worthy of being in that league because this is a phenomenal film. And it's surprising because I didn't always feel this way about Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was a great film, but I never thought that it was one of the greatest films of all time. I have always loved The Little Mermaid more and think that that deserves to be in the same conversation as Beauty and the Beast, if not more so. And despite me still loving and adoring that film even more, I think Beauty and the Beast is worthy of being put up on that pedestal of one of the greatest animated films of all time, and in all honesty, one of the greatest films of all time. Beauty and the Beast is a very special film because at the start of the Disney Renaissance with The Little Mermaid, that film laid the groundwork for what the next 10 years of animation for the studio would be. But Beauty and the Beast came out and cemented perfectly what you could do with the medium of animation. Beauty and the Beast is not just a beautiful looking film, but it has an amazing soundtrack, fantastic realized characters, and a whole lot of heart, and truly something to say that speaks to everyone's heart, I think. I think anyone can sit down and watch Beauty and the Beast and find something that they love in it. And that is the makings of a very great film. Right from the start, the animation is so lush. The movie starts with these stained glass window paintings that depict the origins of the Beast himself. And they're so beautiful to look at. I love stained glass paintings, and I think they really do a great job of portraying a story that feels very old. A lot of this reminds me of something like Sleeping Beauty, which is obviously, clearly a influence on this film. And Beauty and the Beast just takes what everything that the other Disney princess movies had done in the past and improves on them and also enhances them in some very wonderful ways. The animation, though, is superb. And even looking back at The Little Mermaid, which I think is a beautiful looking film, and the fluency of the animation is phenomenal, Beauty and the Beast manages to push animation even farther to its limits. We see some very fluent, beautiful animation here. All the characters just move with such lightness. The animation is vibrant, it's bright, and it really pops off the screen. I remember seeing this movie several years back when they originally did that 3D re-release. And even then, I thought the movie looked like it could have come out today with how beautiful the animation was and how clean it also looked. Beauty and the Beast just is a fantastic looking film, and the way that it pushes technology forward, we see a lot more CGI than we have ever seen in any of the previous Disney animated films, and it's just very well done and used for the purpose of grandeur, but also to really fill you in on the moment of what you're supposed to feel. I'm particularly thinking of the scene where the song Beauty and the Beast is sung, because we see that ballroom scene and we see those animated characters in a CGI environment, and we see the camera move up and we see the mosaic on the ceiling and how beautiful and wonderful it is. There is just so many breathtaking imagery in Beauty and the Beast from beginning to end. It's phenomenal to look at. But also, what enhances the animation, I think, is its musical score. And Howard Ashman and Alan Menken worked together once again for the final time and made movie magic here. The music in Beauty and the Beast is some of the best music that you will see in a Disney film, because Howard Ashman and Alan Menken worked previously on The Little Mermaid, and they made a fantastic score in that movie with extremely memorable songs, and in my opinion, the greatest Disney song ever written, Part of Your World. However, even though I think that that soundtrack for that film is perfect and phenomenal, I think that Beauty and the Beast's soundtrack is even better by having such memorable songs that make you laugh, make you cry, make you wonder, and they stick with you even after you have finished the film. And that is the sign of two titans of the music industry working together to craft something that is absolute perfection. These songs are phenomenal. From Belle to Be Our Guest to Gaston to Kill the Beast to the song Beauty and the Beast itself. This movie truly is, when you look at it, a tale as old as time. And that, I think, is the heart of why this story is so well done. Because if we look at fairy tales as a whole, and we look at what Disney has done throughout the years, doing these fairy tales and telling these stories for young children and adults as well, we see that these fairy tales have been around for generations. They stick with us. Despite the stories changing and evolving throughout the years and getting rid of some of the darkness and putting lighthearted stuff in it, these are stories that stick with us. We know them even if we have never read them before. And we see here that Beauty and the Beast is that tale as old as time, because we remember it from our childhoods. Despite maybe not even seeing it, we know the story because it sticks with us. It's ingrained in our culture. And I think that is the heart of Beauty and the Beast. It manages to tell a story that we know inside and out, and makes you wonder and feel for the characters and the time period in the story itself, and respect it. And in it, in its very bones, you see the heart of where the Disney company started with Snow White. Because Beauty and the Beast truly is the culmination of many of Disney's previous efforts put into a single film. And that is why it is so wonderful and compelling to watch. It is just, it's such a great movie. And Howard Ashman and Alan Menken really make it special with their music. And it's really heartbreaking that we didn't get much of anything else from Howard Ashman in particular after this, aside for a few songs that he did write for Aladdin, as he would sadly pass away during the making of Beauty and the Beast. However, he died at least knowing that Beauty and the Beast was really going to be something special, because this movie released to critics very early when the movie was actually unfinished. And even then, critics were floored by what they witnessed. Even with the animation that was unfinished, it didn't matter. It truly showed that the story was at the core of this, not just the animation. The animation, the music, all of it was put together to tell one compelling story. And I think Beauty and the Beast really is that. I really don't know what else to say about this movie other than it really is something phenomenal. It definitely is worthy of being considered one of the greatest animated films of all time and one of the greatest films of all time. It's an extremely important film for the Disney brand and how it pushed animation forward and really cemented the Renaissance as an era of Disney worthy of exploration and creativity. I really love this film, guys. I thought that it was such a great rewatch. I loved the characters. Again, it made me laugh, it made me cry. It truly moved me, and it is a very compelling experience for anybody, young and old. I think you can sit down and watch Beauty and the Beast and truly be transformed by it. So what would I give Beauty and the Beast as a whole? Of course, it's gonna be a high 9 out of 10. I adore this film so much. I don't think that I like it as much as The Little Mermaid. That is still just one of my absolute favorites of the Disney movies. But this is a phenomenal film. It's not one of my personal favorite films of all time, but it is so good nonetheless. That's really all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really looking forward to getting on to Aladdin. That's a film I also really love. So look forward to that coming in the coming weeks, and look forward to a couple of other reviews I have planned as well. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and stay positive.